Hey guys, and we are here for a Twins Wednesday. We just got 50 seconds to get enrolled in this very first game. $420 of total prizes, and this should be a fun one as we're going to be streaming live to you guys on the PilotTV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, and the Twitch app as well. The MegaSota is the channel name for both of those streaming platforms, YouTube Live and Twitch.
Oh, yeah, and if you guys want to check out some of those shiny new Pilot TVs, we sent out to a bunch of new locations. We just sent those on out over to Rusty Duck 2, Happy Hour Madison, Toppers, Windrift Lounge, Westfield Golf Club, Eagles Austin, Maple View Lounge 2, the Cree Bar and Grill, Bobby Joe's, the Bar and Grill, American Legion Fridley, Municipal Liquor Store Eagle Bend, as well as VFW Eagle Bend. So congratulations to all those new locations, getting those shiny new Pilot TVs. We wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on these games during our Twins Wednesday.
Oh yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. And we've had an awesome week of jackpots. The first 2 days of this week, Monday and Tuesday, both were 4 jackpot days, which is awesome to see. We've given out 28 jackpots over the last 7 days and 286 jackpots during this season 12. And the first one to win the jackpot yesterday went out to Dodge over at American Legion Owatonna, taking home $666.
Oh, yeah, right after that, we had Wes over at Knights of Columbus, 945 Owatonna, taking home $818. Good job to you, Wes.
Yeah, with an exclamation point at the end.
Don't
want to forget that, as it's a big-time Wes right there. But speaking of big-time, we had a big-time player taking home the next jackpot, as we had Mad Dog over at the Lincoln Depot, taking home $1,396.
Oh, yeah, big-time player taking home a big amount of cash, but it wasn't the largest jackpot that we gave out on that Tuesday, as right afterwards we had Just Andy over at Winners in Sartell, taking home $2,244. Good job to you, Just Andy, and all of our jackpot winners yesterday.
Yeah, but we had a really good jackpot winner just this past weekend, and the largest jackpot winner of the weekend, which was a crazy jackpot that went out on Friday while you were playing Happy Hour Bingo, and it went out to Schindel over at Mr. Jim's Folly. They took home $10,000 in game day bingo and won it in 44 balls.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy. The ball count was at 45, the ball count it starts at, and we really weren't expecting it. You know,
I wouldn't either.
We haven't played that many games of game day bingo so far through this season, and already a mega jackpot going out on it so quickly. That makes me very excited for the game, and just very excited to see how many jackpots people are going to be winning on it.
Yeah, definitely crazy stuff there. And everyone who's playing at Mr. Jim's Folly is supporting the St. Cloud Boxing and Wrestling Club. Their mission is simple. It's to play, have fun, and to learn. Great stuff, helping out the community and developing some of those athletic traits, I guess.
Oh, yeah, definitely some very important stuff to keep in mind. You guys are always supporting these awesome charities when you guys are playing with Pilot Games.
Yeah, well, we had National Pancake Day this week, but we got Waffle in first place. Second place is I Won, but we'll go to this bottom 5. As 9th place, we got JLT. 8th place is The Girls. 7th place is Player. 6th place is Patterman. Yeah, that's probably the way to say it. 5th place is Moni,
like the Billy Idol song.
4th is I Won, and then I missed 3rd and 2nd. But we got Mo 14 taking over that first place spot, and we got a fun This Day in History.
Oh, yeah, and on this day, September 28th in 1941, the last day of Major League Baseball's regular season, the Boston Red Sox, Ted Williams gets 6 hits and 8 at-bats during a doubleheader in Philadelphia, boosting his average to .406, meaning over a 40%. He becomes the first player since 1930 to hit 40%, and he says, I guess I'll be satisfied with that thrill out there today. He tells the Boston Globe about hitting that 400. I've never wanted anything harder in my life. And yeah, honestly, you really have to strive for something like that, because that is an amazing goal that I don't even think has been beaten to this day. Maybe once since, but I don't think we've seen that many people hit over that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's been I think he might be the last person to hit over 40.
Wow.
Yeah, which is absolutely insane. But let's look at some of the best batting averages of all time. I think that would be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
And see, we need a single season. Alrighty, let's find this. This is post the 1900s.
All right.
And it looks like 1901. I mean, you got a bunch of people in the early 1900s that really dominated. And then if you go into the post 1930.
Yeah, like past like 29. It looks like.
Yeah, you can't find really much. Doug Padgett in 1939 finished with a .399 average.
Wow.
Which is absolutely insane.
But yeah, I'm not seeing anyone in that .4 era in anywhere near.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely the last time.
Absolutely ridiculous.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is quite the feat.
Yeah, because that's 1941 that he was able to do that.
Yeah, and so these are in batting number, like order, by their best. And nothing in the .4s has been anything in the anything past 1941.
Yeah, so,
which is Ted Williams.
Yeah, really, really impressive stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, no one else has put up the numbers in any of the eras past the 1920s.
Yeah.
And he was able to do it in 1941. Really impressive stuff, and a really cool this day in history. You think he could? Do you think you ever hit 4-0 in your life playing baseball? T-ball?
Maybe
T-ball.
I didn't play T-ball.
Oh yeah, you didn't play T-ball. Coach pitch.
Yeah, maybe coach pitch. But my dad didn't help too much. No,
he was throwing heaters down the middle.
Oh yeah, he was trying to hit me. He was like, "Oh, you want that free base?"
That's so funny. Well, you know, your on base average must have been great.
Oh yeah.
We do have Patterman in first place over at the Mill Creek Inn. We'll see if he can take home that win, as we still got 3 minutes and 20 seconds to see this game through. Lots of players with lots of plays left, so shakeups still could happen.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But while you guys are out here earning some cash, you guys could be out here earning some points as well in our PGL standings. You guys got to make sure you guys are signed up at PGL.world, and you guys can earn points for these awesome standings during our PGL specialty nights.
Oh, yeah. Just last night, we had a bit of a shakeup to these standings,
our
MegaSota game night. And so let's check in with how they're looking right now.
Oh, yeah, kicking us off in 10th place. On the player side of things, we have Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 600,000 points. In 9th place, previously in 6th, getting pushed back a good deal, we got Keeves over at Clearwater Corners with 618,000 points. Shortly ahead in 8th place, previously in 9th, able to jump forward in all the chaos, we got Chapster over at Moe's with 619,000 points, only about 1,000 points ahead. In 7th place, previously in 8th, jumping forward as well, we got Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 641,000 points. With 659,000 points in 6th place, previously in 7th, also jumping forward, it's Keith over at Billy's Rockford. In 5th place, we got Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 670,000 points. In 4th place, able to hold on to their spot, we got Sloppy over at Mullins Bar and Grill with 711,000 points. In 3rd place, we got Devoided over at the Roadside with 731,000 points. With 764,000 points in 2nd, we got Bergar over at the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls. And in 1st place, holding on to that spot, and the only player in that 1 million point club, we have Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 1,059,000 points. Good job to Forget You D and everyone in those top 10 of those player standings.
Yeah, definitely some crazy stuff there. But we got 1 minute and 30 seconds to see the rest of these players get those plays in. It did look like our 2nd place player did have some plays left trying to catch up to Patterman in 1st place. But I think there was a difference in point total that may not be able to be made up. Let's check out. Yeah, Jim Bob in 2nd place needs a lot of points to catch up to that 1st place spot. But one lucky play in those few plays that they have left, and they could, it could happen.
Oh, yeah, so make sure you guys are watching out and using your plays appropriately. You guys got to make sure all of them are used up by the time we end off that time.
Oh, yeah, only 1 minute to do so, but we got some location standings to go over while you guys are finishing up. And in 10th place, previously in 9th, we got Corner Bar and Grill Winstead with 1,785,500 points. with 1,867,145 points. Previously in 7th, now in 9th, we got LJ's in Miltona, a big bump back for LJ's. But moving up from 10th into 8th, we got Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 1,868,605 points. Also moving up from 8th into 7th, we got VFW Austin with 1,905,835 points. With 1,990,090 points in 6th place. I mean, I just got my nines. It was just 1,990,090 points. It was
a lot of nines in there.
Yes, it definitely is. But it's 6th place, the Friendly Buffalo in Big Lake. 5th place is Corner Pocket and Rice with 2,128,095 points. With 2,393,930 points in 4th place, we got the Mabel Liquor Store. 3rd place is VFW Northfield with 2,466,755 points. With 2,628,760 points. In 2nd place, we got Poppers in Virginia. And in 1st place, we got Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 3,051,170 points. But we got a winner.
Oh, yeah, we got Patterman over at Mill Creek in Buffalo, able to take home that 1st place prize at $166. Good job to you, Patterman. Jin Bob in 2nd, Player in 3rd, Moni in 4th, 5th with Mo 14. And yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. We got Viper 563 in 6th, I1 in 7th, Rude Dog in 8th, and 9th we got Waffle. Definitely some awesome stuff.
Definitely some really, really cool standings there. And we're about to get into our next PGL game. 4 minutes to get enrolled in this game so that you can earn those points for those PGL standings. But good job to our 1st place winner in this one, as we now are growing this prize. It's looking like it's gonna be a pretty good prize. And let's check out what game we are getting into right now, as we are right now getting into, let's see, a little bit of Top Dog action.
Ooh, definitely some fun stuff. We got about 3 minutes and 53 seconds to get enrolled, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play.
Yeah, over $700 of total prizes in this game. But we got some movies that were released on today that we definitely need to go over. And in 2001, Zoolander was released.
Oh yeah, definitely a really fun movie there. And then they released a sequel in 2016, and John was looking up bits from it, and he saw the some of the how Will Ferrell looked in the movie and stuff like that. And he said he wanted to watch it because and also Benedict Cumberbatch is in it as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I actually watched Zoolander 2 in theaters.
He had a lot of makeup on.
Yeah, because I was like, I think I watched Zoolander 2 in theaters before I had even watched the original Zoolander, because it took me a long time to watch Zoolander.
Really?
Yeah, as a kid, I didn't watch it. And then when I was in high school, I ended up watching it at some point. But it was after watching Zoolander 2.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, here is his character in Zoolander 2.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have the eyebrows.
Yeah, definitely some interesting stuff.
It definitely is an interesting look for him. But Zoolander is, it's a funny comedy. Ben Stiller, it's one of his most popular movies. Will Ferrell's in it. You got Owen Wilson, Alexander Skarsgård. A lot of big-time actors and actresses that really made it interesting.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome
Alexander Skarsgård only makes a slight appearance in it, though. It's only for 2 seconds.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what he does in the movie.
He's in an apartment as one of the buddies in the apartment.
Oh, so he's just hanging there.
Yes,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then he's told a bunch of stories about how it gave him a false sense of confidence in Hollywood, as he came in and it was the first role he got casted in, and he walks through the door.
It's Ben Stiller.
Yeah, Ben Stiller, Will Ferrell, Owen Wilson, a bunch of other big time actors and actresses. Yeah. And he was like, "Man, this is easy. You just go to Hollywood and you start talking to Will Ferrell, Ben Stiller, and all these people."
Yeah.
And then he didn't get another role for 4 years.
Yeah. Oh, that's the guy who had that story that was like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was someone else that had a story similar, but yeah.
Yeah, that was him. And then now he's been in a bunch of different movies. He just came out with The Northman. This year. He's very well known for his portrayal as Tarzan in 2016.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's been in a bunch of other different shows, movies, and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely some fun stuff there. I loved Zoolander was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's an entertaining one, and I don't know anyone who hasn't made at least one time the Zoolander face.
Yeah.
Like, at least attempted it at least one time.
Yeah, I can't. I have tried, though.
Yes, everyone's tried. Everyone has tried. Next up, released on today in 2007, we got The Game Plan.
A perfect movie. one of the best.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon cookies?
Yeah, it's it's such a good one.
I always mixed it up with another amazing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie, The Tooth Fairy. I mixed those two up as a kid.
Yeah, those are two.
I thought the cinnamon scene was in The Tooth Fairy.
Those are two classic Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movies, especially from our childhood.
Oh,
this
yeah.
one is definitely the very iconic to me as a child, as I watched this so many times in car rides.
Oh,
and
man.
Random other different, just watching it just as a kid. It was one of my favorites when it first came out.
I'd watch this and The Pacifier all the time.
The Pacifier's a good one.
The Pacifier's a classic. It's always like the movies that are like that, where it's just like some like tough guy that gets thrown into a situation with kids, and for some reason it's always just like it's just always funny.
Like Kindergarten Cop.
Exactly. That was my first thought. That's what it literally was about. What I was about to reference, and I was like, Kindergarten Cop. Like like, it's so funny.
It's always entertaining.
Oh yeah.
No, and I like this one. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson plays a good like football player, like star that doesn't care about his kid, and then slowly gets his gets it. It's one of the first movies I ever saw Madison Pettis in.
Oh, what else is she in?
She's I think she's been in a few things since. She's a very big I think kid actor and actress.
Corey in the House.
I mean,
that's what I know her from.
Yes.
Corey in the House. That was such a good show.
Yeah, she's also trying to think what else I've seen her in. Oh, The Muppets.
Oh.
She's in one of the Muppets movies.
She's in Barney?
Yeah, I guess she's
Wow.
In a few different Barney series.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely some cool stuff. The new He's All That.
Oh.
Yeah, that basically just hired a bunch of TikTok stars to be their actors.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that working out?
I think Jordy was pretty upset with it because she really likes
She's All That.
She's All That.
Yeah, that was a classic.
So she I don't even think she's ended up watching He's All That.
I'll have to ask my sister what she feels about that because she was really big into She's All That. So
yeah.
She
may be in the same boat where she hasn't even watched it just because she's like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the whole including TikTok stars and
if they're good actors or actresses, then add them in. But
Yeah.
I just want.
Yeah. But I feel like making an entire cast, I feel like at that point you're just trying to make a.
It's just hype. It's just to build up the
Yeah.
attention for the movie. I get it. It's good marketing, I guess.
It is.
We got 7 minutes to get enrolled in this next game. I mean, not get enrolled, for you guys to get all of your plays in for this game. And we got Kingpin in first place. Second place is Tom22. Third is Breezy. Fourth is TJS. And fifth is OE50. Sixth place is Kate. Seventh place is Nicole. Eighth place is OE50. And in ninth place, we got CC's son.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. I think my favorite rendition of Kingpin was the version in Hawkeye.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll move on from that topic. With 7 minutes still to get through this game. And next movie released on today in 2012, Pitch Perfect was released.
Oh, yeah, that was a classic. That's got, Anna Kendrick, and then, oh, man, I'm forgetting.
It's got a few
Rebel Wilson's in it.
Yeah, Rebel Wilson.
Yeah. Those were the two that I knew.
Yeah, and then there's a few others that have made a few. Elizabeth Banks is in it.
Yeah, she's in a couple things.
Yeah, Haley Steinfeld's in it. I guess I didn't know she was in it though.
Interesting.
But it definitely swept over, and everyone was super into it for a little bit.
They made what? They made 3 of them, didn't they?
Did they
Or
end up
4.
making 3? Yeah, it was 3.
Yeah.
3, and it's entertaining. It's got a fun cast. It's music and everything, which makes it super fun. And I definitely enjoyed the first one a lot, especially when it first came out.
Oh yeah, the first one was pretty fun.
Everyone was doing the Cup song at the time too.
Yeah, that was massive.
That was a huge thing.
That was like Vine.
Oh my gosh, I tell the story all the time, but the embarrassment I felt while I was at my sister's little AAU basketball tournament, and I was just hanging around, and they were like, "Hey, come come and learn how to do the cup song. And so I was like, okay, I'll come and learn how to do the cup song. And I'm like, learning how to do it. And I start to figure it out. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. Like, I finally figured it out. And then right as I'm like finally getting in my groove, one of my buddies walks up the stairs and just looks at me and he's like, what are you doing? And it just sounded so condescending as well. And I was like, oh, this is lame. I'm doing something lame right now.
You like try to crawl back in.
I know.
Like,
I felt.
Yeah, it's like there was a scene in Malcolm in the Middle where someone gets fired. And he's like walking out, and I think he's also like getting like arrested.
Yeah.
So he's like Hal, can you place my jacket over my head?
That's exactly how I felt. That's exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
I was like, just hide me away, turtle
You're like
shell
trying
out.
to crawl in the cup.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
but honestly, it's like I'm doing the modern rhythmic speed stacking. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of speed stacking. That's why I was doing it. No, I did not think
The
of
sport
that.
that swept the nation.
I was just like, yeah, I don't do that. And I just like swiped the cup away. I was just trying it one time. As I was like,
as you're basically becoming like a master at the game.
Exactly. It was terrible. But Pitch Perfect, a super fun movie that had a really fun soundtrack as well.
Oh, yeah. Right after that, also released in 2012, we had Hotel Transylvania. That was a very fun one. I actually wasn't expecting that to be as fun of a movie as it ended up being.
Yeah, I didn't watch it for a really long time, and then they just kept on coming out.
And so I was like, okay, something's a reason why these are coming out.
Exactly.
It's like it was like, okay, this is kind of becoming a modern-day Ice Age, where I'm like, okay, there's too many of these. There's got to be some comedic value here.
Exactly.
And then I watched the first one, and I was like, okay, it really was meant to be, like, think about it. It's Adam Sandler and then, what's the guy from Andy Samberg?
Yeah, you got Selena Gomez, Kevin James, David Spade, Steve Buscemi.
It basically has the grown-ups crew in an animated film. So I was like, okay, how is this not going to be
Molly
funny?
Shannon.
Yeah. Like, is that Chris Parnelli? He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
CeeLo Green.
Rob Riggle's in it. Come on, like this is. Oh,
John
Lovitz. John Lovitz. His best thing was Benchwarmers.
Yeah. That definitely was. That's the only thing I really know him from, to be honest.
And he's in a bunch of other like little roles.
Yeah, but he plays side characters and everything, and it all just like meshes into what he was in Benchwarmers.
It always is. Yeah, but man, Hotel Transylvania, it was a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and I think it's fun for a kid's animated comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely a cool one on today. And we got one final movie that was released on today. But Kingpin is still in first place, but TLA is trying to catch up with quite a few plays left.
Oh, yeah.
But last movie released on today, in 2018, Free Solo was released.
Ooh, yeah, I'm guessing it's a rock climbing movie.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that is scary.
Okay, let's look at Free Solo is a 2018 American documentary film directed by Elizabeth Chai Vasarhelyi and Jimmy Chin. That profiles rock climber Alex Honnold on his quest to perform a free solo climb of El Capitan in Yosemite National Park in June 2017.
Wow. That is a crazy. I think I actually remember seeing videos before it was actually being done of him doing his attempts and doing training, and it's a crazy thing where there's parts where there's it's like a sheer climb.
Yeah,
you basically
it's
just have
2,900 feet of 900 feet climb.
Wow,
that is crazy. And
it's a 3-hour
he was able
climb.
to do it in 3 hours and 56 minutes. He was able to. I'm pretty sure. Alex Honnold, who is a trained, really good climber.
Yeah.
It would probably take someone else who's not as trained to do it a lot longer, and probably without it being a free solo.
Yeah, because at that point it's not going to be. I wouldn't go up that as a free climb. I wouldn't climb anything as a free climb. Any mountain, anything where it's actually going to be any bit steep or where you're potentially falling. I'm asking for equipment, obviously, because free climbing is probably the craziest sport in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like you have to have either insane trust in yourself or not care about a lot.
Yeah, but that's super, super cool. It takes so much upper body strength to be able to do that.
It's not even just that. It's like finger strength, because like most of the holds that like free climbers are grabbing onto are like impossible.
Slick surfaces.
Not even that, like slick surfaces to where like your fingernails couldn't even grip it. And somehow they're just like, they like train their hand to be able to grip onto the wall like this and still have like traction.
Yeah, almost like Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, the fact that a human being can do that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Those are the kind of people that win like American Ninja Warrior and stuff like that.
I don't even know if Alex Honnold's still climbing.
I wouldn't guess so, just because it seems like one of those
things
that
I think it was either him or another famous climber that had an injury or something like that, or a fall while free climbing. I'm not sure if it was him, but there was another famous one that recently got hurt.
Yeah, he is still climbing 5 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he still loves
a
it.
different person.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of.
pretty cool stuff there. A bunch
Wow.
of fun movies released on the day, but we haven't hit zeros in this game as Kingpin looks to be in first place, but we'll wait for the blue screen to fully announce he is the winner. But it looks to be a really good prize in this game.
Oh, yeah, and it was definitely a very close race there. And there we go. We got Kingpin over at Stanchion Bar taking home that $448. Good job to you, Kingpin, and as well as all of our other winners in that 10th place spot.
Yeah. And we'll get into those top 10 in just a little bit once Nikki sends in the prizes you won and your great standings. But as you guys are getting enrolled into this next game, we have a standings of ourselves we need to get over, and that's our lunchtime bingo standings. The games that you play from 12 to 1 every single day, whether it's Vikings or Twins bingo, all get combined into this standings right here, which we like to call the Twiking Zone.
Oh, yeah. And on the player side of things, in 10th place, we got Putz over at Lucky's Tavern with 56,000 points. 9th place, we got T-Bone over at Poppers with 85,000 points. With 95,000 points, just shy of that 100,000 point club, it's 8th place Red over at American Legion Fridley. 7th, starting off that 100,000 point club, is Tez over at Poppers with 101,000 points. In 6th place, we have Caribou over at Trollstop Tavern with 119,000 points. With 165,000 points in 5th place, we have Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's. 4th is Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 175,000 points. In 2nd place, we have a two-way tie between Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven and Sinbob over at the Bedrock, both tied with 189,000 points.
Yeah, today, while me and John were playing lunchtime, we saw Nan get a few wins, and so we expect Nan to be solely in 2nd place when we come in tomorrow.
No Sinbob?
Yeah, Sinbob should be bumped back to 3rd, but and Nan got a few wins, I think, getting into that 190,000 point range,
which
closing in
means
on that first place player.
Oh, yeah, and that first place player is none other than Scrub Eye, who's over at American Legion Fridley, currently sitting with 195,000 points. Definitely going to have to watch out for Nan coming up.
Oh, that's for sure. And you guys got 3 minutes to get enrolled in this next game. It's a little bit of Winter Wonderland that we're getting enrolled for. And you guys have $875 of total prizes available right now. And that keeps on growing. But onto the location side of those lunchtime bingo standings. And moving from unranked into 10th place, we got Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub Oak Park Heights with 71,000 points. With 88,000 points in 9th place, we got Halfley's Bar in Richmond. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiard in Coon Rapids with 107,000 points. With 111,000 points in 7th place, we got Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. 6th place, previously in 5th, is VFW Blaine with 188,000 points. With 208,000 points in 5th place, previously in 6th, moving up, we got our place on 3rd in Faribault. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia with 278,000 points. And with 354,000 points in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place is American Legion Fridley with 385,000 points. And with 531,000 points in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park.
Oh, yeah, good job to all those locations in those top 10 in the Twiking Zone. And good job to all those players out there supporting them. Definitely making this season a good one.
Yeah, it definitely is. And you guys are getting enrolled right right now for another PGL game that's going to affect those standings that we just went over earlier in the broadcast. And we got 1 minute and 30 seconds for you guys to get enrolled in this game. Should be some awesome stuff as those total prizes has grown to $977 and looks to still be growing as more people get enrolled.
Oh, yeah, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled in pressing play because these are going to be some big prizes. But as you guys do so, we got a little bit of Timberwolves news to get into. And it's looking like Gobert will surely shore up the Timberwolves team defense. However, perimeter defenders need to hold their own as well, which we've seen the Jazz lack in recent seasons. So the Timberwolves will be relying heavily on Jaden McDaniels to lock down opposing wing scorers to supplement Gobert. It happens McDaniels is more than up to the task of doing so. According to John Krasinski of The Athletic, McDaniels' defensive versatility will make him a linchpin for the Timberwolves, guarding everyone from point guards to centers while doing so at an elite level, both on the perimeter and at the rim, per Basketball Index data.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. I think you got Gobert as the linchpin of the interior defense, making sure that we have that 3-time Defensive Player of the Year that can really help out with getting those rebounds, making sure that nobody gets an easy finish at the hoop and gets those free points. And then you got Jaden McDaniels, who's that guy that when Gobert's tired, when Karl-Anthony Towns is tired, he's got that versatility to be able to rotate between power forward, guard, even small forward at times when Gobert and Karl-Anthony Towns are out there, and we still want to get Jaden McDaniels out there. So his position versatility is awesome. His defensive versatility is even better, as like they were talking about, has that perimeter defense as well as interior defense that can cause real havoc for other teams.
Oh yeah, we've seen Jaden McDaniels like in the whole offseason. He's just been going from like tournament to like different races and stuff, and he's just been whooping in all of them.
Yeah.
So it's just been really fun to watch.
Yeah, I think he should be some really interesting stuff. And I'm excited to see how this Timberwolves defense actually ends up working with Gobert, as a lot of those players that I would say, oh, they fit perfectly with Gobert, we actually trade away for Gobert, like the Patrick Beverleys, the Malik Beasleys, are the main perimeter defenders that we had that would make it so, oh, we got these guys stealing the basketball, and when they beat them to the hoop, you got Gobert in the middle kind of thing. But I think that tenacity, that go for the ball kind of defense is something that we'll still be bringing on the perimeter side of the ball, and a lot of our players are going to step up. Like I think Anthony Edwards, he's great at baiting the pass lane and just going right in between the passer and the receiver of the pass, and can get those free layups and stuff like that. And then when he misses on those high risk situations, you got Gobert in the middle, which should be some good stuff. Just giving a little bit more ease to those guys on the perimeter and being like, oh, I can be aggressive. I don't. Once he gets past me, it's not an easy score still.
Yeah, it's not game over at that point.
So it gives confidence in defenders, and I'm just excited to see how it all works out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really fun to watch as the Timberwolves start getting started in that preseason.
Oh yeah, and I think the player I'm most gonna watch out for is gonna be D'Angelo Russell, to see how he works with Gobert, as he plays really good with those tall guys that can dunk the basketball and get rebounds and do pick and roll and stuff like that. So it should be a really help to D'Angelo Russell's offense.
Oh yeah, but as you guys are going into these games of Winter Wonderland. Oh, yeah, you guys, we got Angie Brand kicking in first place still, but we got Loveday still with a decent amount of plays, not too far behind. Definitely some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
But while you guys are going for it, we got some celebrity birthdays to get into. And starting us off, in 1941, we got Charlie Taylor, American Pro Football Hall of Fame wide receiver and running back, 8-time Pro Bowl, first-team All-Pro in 1967, and played for the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, definitely some really cool stuff there. And let's find out a little bit more about Charlie Taylor.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, he began in 1974 with 7,470 yards, then 11th ranked all-time, and climbed up to 4th. Taylor retired following the 1977 season as the NFL's all-time leading receiver with 649 receptions for 9,110 yards and 79 touchdowns. His career receptions record stood until 1984, when he got passed by Charlie Joyner.
Wow, that is crazy.
I mean, that's insane. 1974 putting up those kinds of stats.
And then having that record last for like 10 years.
Oh yeah, I mean
That's quite a time to hold that record.
Each time it's went farther and farther in the passing direction.
Yeah.
The fact that he was able to get 649 receptions when he began in 1974, and then only played, what was it? What would it be? 3 seasons? 4 seasons?
Yeah.
3 seasons, because he ended in the 1977 season. He had 649 receptions during that time.
That's crazy. And for that 79 touchdowns, too. That's crazy.
Yeah, huge touchdown to reception ratio right there. Definitely some cool stuff. He also had quite a few rushing yards, as he had 1,488.
And definitely some crazy stuff, able to make Hall of Fame as a dual threat player like that.
Yeah, and he went to Arizona State University.
Ah, that's fun.
Yeah. Really, really cool stuff. Happy birthday, Charlie Taylor. Next up on our celebrity birthday list, born in 1946, we got Herbert Jefferson Jr., an actor in Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, yeah, Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, and really the only reason I put this in here was because I like The Office and I love Dwight, and I have no idea what Battlestar Galactica's like.
Kind of like Star Trek, Star Wars. I'm guessing. I actually never got too far into Battlestar. I never really watched Battlestar Galactica at all. Like, I've seen like little snippets here and there, but that's about it.
Yeah, I need to know a little bit more. Well, this is the synopsis of it. After the destruction of the 12th colony of mankind, the last major fighter carrier leads a makeshift fugitive fleet in a desperate search for the legendary planet Earth.
Wow.
Cool.
That's awesome. It looks like the most recent they've had that came out is 2009.
Wow, that's actually pretty recent. Did not expect that.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah, that's really, really cool stuff. I mean, Battlestar Galactica, yeah, it seems similar to those just sci-fi space flicks.
Oh, yeah. Definitely some awesome stuff. But, yeah, Herbert Jefferson Jr., a big part of that as well.
Yeah, was he in anything else that's memorable? He does make an appearance in the Star Trek films.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I'm not seeing too much. It seems like a lot of sci-fi work.
Yeah, definitely some cool stuff. Happy birthday, Herbert Jefferson Jr. We got 3 minutes and 45 seconds to see you guys finish up those plays. Don't leave anything left on the board. $118 on the line for that first place prize. We got Angie Brand in first place. Second place is Gypsy. Third place is Nicole. Fourth is Love Day. And fifth is Trooper. Let's check out who's in sixth. Trooper getting bumped back to sixth. Seventh place is Red, big time player. Eighth is B and N, as well as ninth is Carrie O.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. We still got a couple more celebrity birthdays for you guys. And next up, born in 1946, we got Jeffrey Jones, American actor known for being in Deadwood. He was in Beetlejuice, and he was Ed Rooney in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ah, that's really,
the principal.
Really? Oh, he
Principal
totally
Rooney
is. That is awesome. He's in a bunch of different things. Howard the Duck, The Pest.
Yeah. Amadeus. John said he was really good in that.
Really? Okay.
Which I haven't watched that, so I actually would not know. He's in The Hunt for Red October.
Okay.
With I can't do Sean Connery's voice. I don't know why I started trying.
What's The Hunt for Red October?
Submarine movie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think it's also a Stephen King book.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, just is in a bunch of different works. He's an American actor, best known for his roles as Emperor Joseph II in Amadeus, Edward R. Rooney in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Charlie Dietz in Beetlejuice, as well as Dr. Skip Tyler in Hunt for Red October, and Eddie Barzoon in The Devil's Advocate.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. I actually mixed up Stephen King and another author that wrote a lot, Tom Clancy.
Ah, okay. Really, really cool stuff. I mean, all of those really, really fun movies in that 1980s.
Oh, yeah. I think my favorite role of his might have to be Ed Rooney, though. Just because he was so funny as that principal.
I need to watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off again because I haven't watched it in probably around 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, it's probably up for a rewatch. I usually rewatch it like every
I just recently rewatched Beetlejuice like last year.
Actually, that's one I have to rewatch soon.
And so I have a clear picture of him in Beetlejuice, but I can't fully picture him in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. But I do know the principle.
Oh yeah, it's definitely some fun stuff. I loved Beetlejuice a lot as a kid, especially like Michael Keaton. He's a great actor.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff. Happy birthday, Jeffrey Jones. We are coming down to the final minute of this game. It looks like Gypsy was able to take over first place with those last few plays. Let's check out who's in second. Angie Brand is still in second. Love Day still has plays left in that 5th place spot. We'll see if they can move up and pass up Nicole, as they need to get into that 16,000 point range. See, Tammy K still has has at least 1 play left at that 7th place spot, trying to get into that 15,000 point area to try and catch up to maybe 6th or 5th place Love Day.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah. Love Day used up the rest of their plays.
We'll see who can, if anyone from outside of the top 9 can get into these top 10s in the final 25 seconds. But it looks like it's pretty set now, so we'll wait for that blue screen to announce Gypsy as the winner, because I don't think anyone's going to be able to challenge that, but it should be some interesting stuff. Just 10 seconds to finish up this game. But happy birthday, Jeffrey Jones, and we'll get into our next celebrity birthday.
Oh, yeah, next up, born in 1964, we got Janine Garofalo, American comedian known for the work with SNL and Truth About Cats and Dogs.
I'm not familiar with her, but she has been a part of a bunch of different movies, it looks like, and some of the few, Rami and Michelle's High School Reunion, Reality Bites, The Truth About Cats and Dogs, Ratatouille, Mystery Men, and a lot of others. But we do got a winner.
Oh, yeah, we got Gypsy over at Benton Station, Sauk Rapids, taking home that $117 first place prize. Good job to you and all of our top 10.
Wow, this is a movie that has Sylvester Stallone, Ray Liotta, a bunch of other big-time actors and actresses, and I've never heard of it before. Copland. It's a crime drama.
I have never heard of that.
Yeah, even though it has such a huge cast.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Ray Liotta. He's such a good actor.
Yeah, he definitely is. So it's surprising that I've never heard of it. And I love Sylvester Stallone. So surprised I've never heard of it just because he's in it. She's in The Cable Guy.
Classic.
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah, just a ton of movie.
Yeah, lots. The Wild. Did you ever watch that as a kid?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as a kid. Actually, it was one of my favorites. Then we rented it from Redbox, and it was one that I watched twice in our renting of during our Redbox rent. You know, sometimes you only watch a movie once.
Yeah,
the good ones, the good ones you watch that night, and then you watch the morning previously when you wake up before school on like Monday morning, and you play it again
before you had to give it up.
Yeah, exactly. That was The Wild for me. I enjoyed it a lot.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's kind of got that Madagascar feel to it, but
Richard Kine's in it. That's awesome.
Yeah,
and the voice for Joe is in it. Joe Swanson, Patrick Warburton.
Doesn't he also do in Emperor's?
He's Kronk.
He's Kronk. Yes,
he's indeed Kronk. I think he is. That I see his face.
I'm 100%. I'm
100%
sure he's Kronk.
I was like, because if that's the same guy, I know he's Joe in Family Guy.
Yeah,
and he's also the
Kronk.
Tick. He's in Ted.
Oh, that's funny. I always forget about the show The Tick.
Isn't that one of Ben's favorites?
Ben enjoyed it for the little bit that it actually. I think it only has like 1 season, maybe 2 seasons.
What a shame. I think it's probably the best superhero series that Amazon made.
Yeah,
that was an Amazon exclusive.
Yeah.
I remember
better
that
than
was
The Boys.
Oh, way better. And that was like one of their like first like exclusives that they had like come out with when they were like making stuff.
Yeah,
I think at least. So first one I remember coming out as like an Amazon like Prime original.
Yeah, that's the only one that I can really. I watched it like really early on, and it was. I remember I watched like maybe 2 episodes of it. I never watched it again, and then I came home from college one day, and Ben was watching it.
I would be like the Tick for Halloween. That's a fun like.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
I think you would absolutely kill the tick. We got 1 minute and 50 seconds to get enrolled in this next game as we are getting into a little bit of Pride of Minnesota action, our high-low game of today. So make sure you get enrolled, press play. We want to give out a great prize to the worst players and the best players in the state in this game.
Oh, yeah. But we have a really fun celebrity birthday for you guys next. As in 1975, we got Karen Ashley, born Karen Ashley Jackson, an American actress known for playing Aisha in the Mighty Power Rangers.
I am not familiar. Oh, she played the Yellow Ranger.
Oh, yeah, you had to know that.
Okay, that's awesome stuff. Yeah, she's an American actress, singer, talk show host.
Wow.
She is best known for playing the Yellow Power Ranger on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I was going to say,
that is
top tier.
Yeah, I forgot. That's like my favorite one, like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Are you sure? Is it not the one with the dinosaurs?
The dinosaurs is like up there, but I watched more of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as a kid.
Oh, yeah. I watched a ton of Mighty Morphin, and then
And you got to realize I wasn't a dinosaur kid like you.
But see, that's just your own fault for being wrong. Because Power Rangers Dino Thunder was like one of the greatest shows to ever be created. It was amazing.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers had a dinosaur.
It was one of them. Yeah, it was a Red Ranger.
Yes, he was always a dinosaur.
Yeah, but the other ones were like saber-tooth tigers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think the Yellow Ranger turned into a saber-tooth.
Cool stuff. Yeah, I like those Power Rangers. They were super fun as a kid.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Those super cheesy big explosions and everything like that. Absolutely loved them.
I heard that newer Power Rangers movie that came out with the guy who plays as Billy in Stranger Things.
Yes.
I heard that was actually like really good. And they wanted them to continue with that, but they scrapped the series.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I didn't know it was actually good until I saw some video that people were like, yeah, this was actually a really good movie and you guys should watch it.
Awesome. We are in this game of I'm blanking on what we're playing.
Pride of Minnesota.
Pride of Minnesota, the high-low game. In first place, we got TKK. We'll see if he can hold on to it. And once someone finishes up their plays, we'll see who is in that last place spot. But we got some more celebrity birthdays to go over as you guys get these plays in. And next up, born in 1987, we got Hilary Duff, an American actress and singer who played Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, yeah, very popular show. It was like really big around like childhood.
Yeah,
like, my sister loved Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, she was also actress in Cheaper by the Dozen, A Cinderella Story.
Big time one. Then there's like the Lizzie McGuire movie, which that was a huge movie. When
Agent Cody Banks.
Agent Cody Banks. Gosh,
one of my favorite movies as a child.
One of my favorite movies today. Actually, I have no idea because I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah.
But at one point, I was watching it on like a weekly basis on Disney Channel.
Anytime it was on, I was like, because it came on a lot in childhood.
It definitely did.
It was like on once a weekend.
Exactly. So I'd watch it once a
weekend.
And
then right after that, like a couple after like Minutemen or something came on, you would see Big Fat Liar.
Yes, Big Fat Liar was another classic as well, with Frankie Muniz.
Yeah,
I loved him as a child actor. He was in so many of those classics that I really liked as a kid.
Oh yeah, like he was in everything from like Malcolm in the Middle, Cody Banks, Big Fat Liar, Agent Cody Banks 2, which I think might even be a little better than the original.
Really? I haven't watched that in forever. I've watched Agent Cody Banks, the original, so many times, but I've only watched Agent Cody Banks 2 probably around 3 times, and it was all within the same 2 years.
Frankie Muniz is in one of the Sharknadoes.
Is he really?
He's in Sharknado 3.
I wonder where he appears in Sharknado 3. He plays Lucas Stevens.
Okay.
That is crazy. That is so funny. I would never have expected him in Sharknado. Yeah, he's in Sharknado.
Wow.
That's great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's just firing a giant gun.
I have to watch the third Sharknado movie.
Just so you can watch Frankie Muniz destroy some sharks in a tornado.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
That's awesome. Well, happy birthday, Hilary Duff, co-star of Frankie Muniz in Agent Cody Banks.
Oh, yeah.
But also just a big star onto her own,
Oh, yeah.
being Lizzie McGuire, as well as one of the main children from Cheaper by the Dozen.
Oh, yeah. Next up, born in 1992, we have Skye McCole Bartusiak, American actress known for being in The Patriot.
Yeah, she plays the little girl who's sad that her dad's left home.
Oh, yeah.
and
Also, like,
won't talk to him.
Yeah, won't talk to him because he's going to war again. Also, like, she was, like, really, like, her and, like, Heath Ledger in the show, in the movie, were, like, they were, like, big, like, they were friends. Like,
Yes.
a lot. Not, like, actually, like, real life, but, like, they liked each other a lot in the movie.
Yes,
right?
yes. No, it's
For siblings, like, it was pretty rare.
yeah, she plays a very endearing character that you like.
Yeah.
You by the end of it, you're like, oh, this little girl, she deserves the world.
She does. It's like, oh, she lost what? 2 brothers? Because
Yeah,
Heath Ledger.
it's a really sad movie with a lot of death and just really, really tough stuff.
Yeah, I can't believe they had us watch that movie in like middle school.
You watched that in school?
Oh, I watched it in middle school.
Yeah, I never watched that in school.
Yeah, did you guys ever watch Glory in middle school?
Glory, never heard of it.
It's got Matthew Broderick in it
Really?
from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay. Yeah, it's got Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, Matthew Broderick, lots of other stars.
No, Andy Brower's in it from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Ah, yes, he's hilarious in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I absolutely love him in that series.
Oh yeah, but yeah, they had us watch that in history as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Some of those war movies that they'll show are just
And it's like
insane.
for like no reason. They just like do it for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like yeah, Patriot, one of my favorite movies as a kid growing
My
up.
English teacher in high school showed me Fight Club.
In high school though?
Yeah. It's not allowed. That's not an allowed practice.
No.
But we had times where it was like secret movie watching time where we weren't allowed to tell anybody what movies we were watching. And none of the seniors, every single year, they never told anybody what movies they were watching.
I'm guessing like, someone said something by now.
No, I mean, it had been happening for like lots of years. She retired like the year after I finished.
Props to her.
So she was done
went out.
teaching.
Yeah.
And she was just showing a bunch of different movies. It was awesome time.
I had a teacher in 8th grade. She was showing us the Goonies.
Oh.
So she let us watch the Goonies. I don't think it swears often in it.
Uh-huh.
But like there's like one scene right at the start when the police chase is happening with all like the crooks and stuff, and Chunk leans against the window and like his Pepsi or whatever he has. It was also like pink in the movie, which was
Really?
Yeah, it looked like Pepto-Bismol came out of the Pepsi can,
Uh-huh.
and he says the S word. The second that the can like splatters against the window, our principal walks in to like see how the class is going,
no.
and then he's just there to see like to hear Chunk just swear.
Oh, that's terrible.
And all of us like 8th graders just like giggle, like just like.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That would totally get a bunch of 8th graders to giggle.
Yeah.
But that's not very hard. We got 3 minutes for you guys to finish up those plays. Last place is Louie right now. In first place, we got Spotlight, but we got our top 10 from Winter Wonderland that we can go over. And in 10th place, we had Tom 22 over at Menard's Restaurant in Rogers, taking home $23. Next up, also taking home $23 in 9th place, we got B&N over at The Guilty Goose. In 8th place, we had Trooper over at the Big Dog Sports Cafe, taking home $23. Then also taking home $23 in 7th place, we got Tammy K over at American Legion Rice. Also taking home another $23 in 6th place, we got Player over at American Legion Forest Lake. 5th place is Love Day over at Frankie's Bar, taking home $46. $58 went out to Nicole over at Flamers. Wick It at American Legion Morristown took home $70. $81 went out to Angie Brand over at the Bar Le Sueur. And in first place was Gypsy over at Benton Station, taking home $117.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are using up all your plays in this game of Pride of Minnesota. You guys got to make sure you guys are staying either in that bottom 5 or that top 5.
Yeah, we want to see it. I mean, big-time winners in it being the worst or the best in the state. Right now, the best in the state is Gale with that 19,845 points. The worst in the state we'll see in just a little bit, but our top 10 looking good. A lot of plays are done as we head into this final 1 minute and 30 seconds. But worst in the state, let's see what it is. And it's still Louis with a whopping total of 4,935 points.
Oh, yeah, good job to you, Louis, sticking it out there. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, I mean, great. I mean, the worst player in the state, you're doing good.
Oh, yeah, same to you, Gale. Definitely some awesome stuff there.
Yeah, they're
and
doing
everyone in between.
They're doing the best. I mean, it's weird, best player, worst player, but good stuff. We do have a little bit of Vikings news to talk about, and our Vikings have a big-time game coming up this weekend as they're taking on the Saints at 8:30 a.m. because we're playing in London, which should be super fun stuff. But I don't have to wake up nice and early on Sunday to be able to watch this game. But we got 5 stats to know heading into Week 4, Vikings versus Saints.
Oh, yeah, that first thing that we're looking at is the Vikings have never lost in London. They're currently 2-0 in there.
Yeah, showing that they travel well. I think that's a good sign. And, hopefully it just keeps on going in favor. We can get to that 3-0. We don't want to add a loss to that record.
Oh, yeah, let's hope those Jets show up a little jet lag.
Exactly. Are you talking about Saints?
Did I just say Jets?
Yeah.
I did say Jets, and I think it's because I was thinking about,
Flank.
jet lag.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, make sure
Saints
those Saints are
show.
getting a little jet lag. Next up, we have the Vikings average more than 16 pressures a game, which is going to be a very, very helpful statistic considering that our QB doesn't, the Saints QB doesn't do exactly too grand under pressure.
Yeah, Jameis Winston, he's a very good, he's good, but also mistake prone as well. You get into his face, he'll throw some interceptions and take some risk that you can capitalize on. And I think, the two keys to that pressure is Darius Smith and Daniil Hunter. They've been awesome during the season. But we got a winner in this game.
Oh, yeah, we got Gale over at Johan Sports Bar 2, taking him that $120. Good job to you, Gale, as we start waiting to see who our biggest loser is going to be.
Yeah, should be some really, really fun stuff. I'm going to be guessing Louis on our biggest loser.
Oh, yeah, Louis.
See, I'm going to say that they held on to it in that final minute of play. But as we continue on with these Vikings stats, Vikings average 16 pressures per game. I think it's going to be all on the shoulders of Daniil Hunter and Zadarius Smith and our defensive coordinator putting them in hard situations for them to get blocked. I think if we can do that, they are pretty much unstoppable as a duo. You can't double team one of them, so one of them's getting after the quarterback at some point. And so it's really good stuff to watch. We've been getting after the quarterback all season long, and hopefully we can continue doing that against the Saints. Like you said, Jameis Winston, he'll make those mistakes if he gets that pressure in his face.
Oh, yeah. Next up for these stats to know, Alexander Mattison has been successful in his 6 starts, 117 carries for 477 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, really good stats for his 6 starts, and it just proves that with Dalvin Cook being limited or out for this game, that we have a back that can come in and carry the load and be that RB1 for us and still give us that RB1 production. We might lose a little bit of explosiveness that we have from Dalvin Cook, but I don't think there's many other teams that lose their number 1 running back and have a back as good as Alexander Mattison there.
Oh, no, there's not going to be not many teams in the league that are going to be able to say something.
Yeah, and he's going to be key for this game. I mean, we need the running game to start to get going at some point, and Alexander Mattison, Dalvin Cook, they're going to be the 2 keys to get that thing going.
Oh, yeah. And next up, we have the Vikings gain first downs at a high rate on early downs. They lead the league in percentages of first downs turned into a first down, along with on both first and second downs combined.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a confusing verbiage as you say first down a lot in that, but it's basically saying that they get past that first down marker on more often in first down
and second down
than anyone else in the league.
That's good to hear.
Now what we need to do is improve that third down and fourth down conversion rate.
Yes, that would be nice.
Yes, exactly, because we know we can do it when the pressure's not on us. We can get those first down. Once the pressure's on and you got to be able to complete a 5-yard pass to get that first down, we need to see a little bit of improvement on that. But it's proven that we got that nice early down play creativity and are able to create those explosive plays on early downs.
Oh, yeah, and next up for this last stat, we have Jameis Winston has thrown 5 interceptions already, and we are 4 weeks in. We are going into week 4.
Yeah, so he's averaging about 1.5 interceptions per game, even more than that per game.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that pressure, 16 pressures per game, that we can force him to make those mistakes like he's been doing all season long.
Oh, yeah. And definitely some awesome stuff. I'm excited for this game against the Saints. And as you guys want to watch that is going to be happening at 8:30 in the morning for you guys. That's right, you guys heard me, 8:30 in the morning. It's time to, practice with the shower tailgate.
Oh yeah, no, I'm so committed to the Vikings that my fantasy name is named after Alvin Kamara, and I decided I'm not starting Alvin Kamara this week. I'm starting Alexander Madison instead.
You're gosh darn right you are.
Yeah, he's going to have the big game. That's what I'm predicting. And I've been seeing some really good practice clips from our Vikings over there in London. Should be some awesome stuff. And you guys can play the game we teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings for, which is called Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the skull bonus and see if you can win some of those great prizes.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are filling out those e-tip boards on that Player Connect app. You just got to click on that sports link to be able to find them. And, yeah, you just pick out 5 random squares, and you could, earn a little bit of extra PGL points.
Easy enough. We got 30 seconds to get enrolled in this next game as we are getting into a game of... Is it Meso Purse that we're getting into? Well, we'll double check for you guys to make sure that we're getting into the game we think we are. And we are getting into Lucky Sevens right now. A little off on that. Then some Fishing Derby. Then 2 games of Wipeout Blackout. Should be some really fun stuff. But right now is our Lucky Sevens game. Just 10 seconds to get enrolled. But we have a little... thing that if you guys win a really good prize like a jackpot, or you're just having a good time playing with your friends playing Pilot games, maybe you're just by yourself having a good time playing Pilot games and you want to snap a photo with your bartender, we love seeing those player pictures. And you can send those player pictures in by sharing them with us on Facebook, by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com, or it's just as easy as posting it onto any of your social media platforms with the hashtag Pilot Games.
Oh, yeah, definitely some stuff that you guys want to make sure you guys are doing. And we got a player picture for you guys right here with a couple of players all sharing with that $962 jackpot. That's what we love to see, everyone out hanging out with their friends.
See, they're completing multiple things that we're asking for. Player picture with everybody smiling, a group of friends together, and they're winning a jackpot.
Exactly. What else could you need? That's definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are sending in those player pictures for us.
Yeah, for sure. And definitely send in a player picture if you catch any fish with one of those Pilot shad wraps, because I would love to see it. And we also want to talk about the fishing that's happening over there in Minnesota. And maybe this will give you the tip that you could snag that fish with that shad wrap.
Oh, yeah, we're looking over at Alexander Area Lakes, and this is by Explore Minnesota, recorded on September 23rd, 2022. Warm air temperatures have kept water temperatures in the 70s for most Alexander area lakes, so fish have been scattered. The current cool down should allow water temperatures to drop once again and help establish fall patterns very soon. For now, walleye continue to be found at the deep structure-like underwater humps and sunken islands, roaming the lake basins and holding at the shallow weeds. Anglers targeting structure fish are having some success pulling heavy bottom bouncers and night crawlers or aggressively fishing glide baits. Bass and anglers are trolling a variety of bait fish in pattern crankbaits on lead core line to locate and catch fish. Pitching jigs and plastics or using slip bobbers and plastics to target walleye has been the best at the weeds. Crappies, bluegills, and bass are scattered along the weed lines. Bass anglers are doing well when throwing moving baits like crankbaits and bladed jigs. And pinfish are responding well to jigs and small plastics cast along those weed lines.
Definitely some great fishing happening over there. And have you done any fishing this summer?
I have missed out on all summer fishing so far.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get out there before it closes up. I know you like to at least hit the river once or twice per summer.
Yeah, usually I'll try and go fishing every once in a while. But this year I didn't even. I don't even think I got my fishing license.
Just felt pretty busy and just couldn't get around to it. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes you just want to have a relaxing time, and then when you don't have don't have relaxing time, you're like, oh, I'm doing a bunch of stuff every single weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And then the one weekend you have off, you're like, do I want to go out there and fish, or would I rather just stay in my apartment and lay on the couch?
It ends up always being like lay on the couch and read or something.
I get that. That's definitely, especially since you've been so into the Jurassic World books.
Yeah,
Jurassic
Park novel. Yeah, the Jurassic Park novels. Those were they were really good.
Yeah, you said you've liked all the different tweaks that have come with reading the books instead of watching the movies.
Yeah, the books were definitely a lot better. Almost more of more horrifying. Actually.
Yeah, I think whenever you can incorporate the person's imagination, it's always better.
And it's just like the drawings and just like how the people end up going out.
It's a super crazy way.
Oh yeah.
We do got 6 minutes in this game of Lucky 7. Spotlight is in first place with quite a few plays done. We'll see how many points they can acquire throughout this game. Matt in second place has a lot of plays left, as as Golf in third place with a lot of plays.
Oh yeah, Spotlight's definitely gonna want to watch out and use those plays reservingly, as we still have that 5 minutes left on this game.
Yeah, but as you guys are going through this next 5 minutes of gameplay, we got a little bit of wild news happening. And Minnesota youngster and roster hopefuls took down the Avalanche 5-2. Gustafsson and McGeetry both look solid in goal saving all but 2 of their 41 shots, as the Wild front office looks for a way to replace 45 points produced by Kevin Fiala last season. Part of the answer could have been on display tonight. Forwards Sam Steele, Tyson Yost, and Nick Pettin looked good. However, while the exhibition game progressed, the season draws near. Look for Marco Rossi and the Wild big guns to return to the ice and truly see if that production can be replaced in what will hopefully be another successful campaign.
Oh yeah, very excited for this upcoming season. And the Wild are going to be facing off against those Dallas Stars at 7 p.m. tomorrow. And that's going to, more preseason action. I'm excited to watch that because Dallas Stars, pretty good team, and looks like they might be doing pretty okay this season as well.
Yeah, let's look up who's most likely to replace Kevin Fiala's points this season.
Oh, Kirill. I think Kirill's going to be stepping up.
Well, Kirill is obviously, he's 120, 110 points in a season already. His production is already accounted for. It's like crazy. We got to figure out somebody else who can give that production alongside Kirill Kaprizov, because he was already producing more points than Kevin Fiala. So who's that guy that's going to be that second great weapon for us? And let's see what they have to say. Their third choice is Nick Swaney being that guy to take over in points for the Wild.
Let's see. Our second choice is looking at Mitchell Chaffee.
And the first choice, and the one that I agree with the most, is Adam Beckman being that guy. He has a lot of talent and I think he's going to play really good. He's one of the players that stood out in the 21-22 preseason, and as he was quick and very assertive for a player who hadn't played an NHL game. With his performance, it appeared that he should have earned himself a spot in the NHL. However, there were a lot of other players who performed well also.
Oh, yeah, so making it is time to finally get into that NHL debut.
Yeah, hopefully we can see him play some good stuff. I've been hearing a bunch about him each and every time, and so hopefully he can get there. But, I mean, we got other guys like Sam Steele, Tyson Jost, and Nick Pettin who could end up being those big replacements.
Oh, yeah, and if you guys want to continue to support our Wild in their offseason, we have teamed up with the Minnesota Wild, and you guys can play the ETAB game Let's Go Wild today at your favorite Minnesota bar and check out that Slapshot bonus round.
Oh, yeah, but we got our top 10 from Pride of Minnesota, and in 10th place, we got Let's check it out. It's JH1968 at VFW Coon Rapids, winning $36. $36 went out to Mrs. Simo over at VFW Hoyt Lake in 9th. 8th is TKK over at Friendly Inn, taking home $36. $48 went out to Emma Pie over at Miltona Liquor Store. 6th place is Alibi over at the Alibi of Gilbert, winning $48. Winning $48 in 5th place, we got Jim Bop over at Clancy's on Island Lake. 4th place was Sherbert over at the Clubhouse in Edinburgh, taking home $60. $84 went out to JLD in 3rd place over at the Eagles Nest Bar and Grill. 2nd place is Spotlight over at the River Inn in Holly, winning $96. And $120 went out to Gail over at Johann Sports Bar. But the biggest loser, who also took home $120, was Louie over at Eagles St. James. Some really great stuff. And we're coming to the tail end of this one. 1 minute and 20 seconds for this game to end.
Oh, yeah, but while you guys are doing that, we're going to go over these PGL standings again for you guys, just so you guys are knowing where you guys are at before the end of this PGL night.
Oh, yeah, and you took the players last time we went through these standings, so I'll take them this time. And in 10th place, we got Sarah Honey at VFW Austin with 600,050 points. With 618,400 points previously in 6th, now in 9th, we got Keeves over at Clearwater Corners previously in 9th, now in 8th. We got Chapster at Moe's with 619,000 points. With 641,000 points previously in 8th, now in 7th, we got Nixon at VFW Roseville. Previously in 7th, now in 6th, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 659,000 points. With 670,000 points in 5th place, we got Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th place is Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 711,000 points. With 731,000 points in 3rd place, we got Devoided over at the Roadside. 2nd place is Bergar over at the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 764,000 points. And with 1,059,000 points, leading the pack for these players in 1st place, we got Forget You D at VFW Austin. Definitely some great stuff there as we come to the tail end of this game, as we're going to be waiting for that blue screen to pop up for golf, and you guys will see that pop up in just a little bit. Me and Will are going to go on a quick break, and we'll be right back to talk about the winners as well as the location side of the PGL standings.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53
balls.
balls.
Hey guys, and we are back for a little bit more bingo action. We got Not a Lou in first place.
Ooh.
We'll see if they can hold into that, hold it in as they try and get this win.
Oh yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. We were just going over our awesome PGL standings. Ian already finished up the player side of things. But on the location side of things, in 10th place, previously in 9th, we got Corner Barn Girl Winstead with 1,785,000 points. In 9th place, previously in 7th, getting pushed back, we got LJ's in Miltona with 1,867,000 points. In 8th place, previously in 10th, jumping forward, and with a very short lead, we got Rusty Nail, Thief River Falls, with 1,868,000 points, only about 1,000 points ahead of 9th LJ's. In 7th, previously in 8th, jumping forward, we got VFW Austin with 1,905,000 points. In 6th place, we got Friendly Buffalo and Big Lake closing in on that 2 million point club with 1,990,000 points.
Yeah, could end up doing it tonight if the plays end up falling right for them.
Oh yeah, next up in 5th, kicking off that 2 million point club, we have Corner Pocket and Rice with 2,128,000 points. In 4th, it's Mabel Liquor Store with 2,393,000 points. In 3rd place, we got VFW Northfield with 2,466,000 points. With 2,628,000 points, we have 2nd place Poppers in Virginia. And in 1st place, it's none other than Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with a whopping 3,051,000 points. Good job to you, Howie's Sports Bar and Grill, and to all of our locations in the top 10 of those PGL standings.
Oh, yeah, and if you want to make it into those PGL standings, you got to get signed up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. PGL players, they compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a bunch of great information in it. And those players that were signed up at pgl.world got signed up for PyCon. They should be getting some emails if you were already signed up for PyCon to get re-registered for the new event. It should be super fun stuff, and we're super excited to see if all those players, hopefully we get a bunch of you guys coming back, and it should be some really, really fun stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. And speaking of some new PGO members, we had some that just recently signed up. So we're going to spotlight them and see if we can't get them jump started on those PGO standings. Starting us off, we got Hockaday 25, Vegas Made 1, Eli 333, BKR, Sarah, Tate, as well as Lilu Loves You.
Yeah,
so congratulations.
We love you too, Lilu. But we do have players getting after it. Free Willy in first place. We'll see if they can win over the Wood Tick. And in ninth place, we got Club Bundy. In second, we got Frenchie, one of my favorite characters from The Boys.
Oh,
Third
yes.
is Brad TNT. Fourth is Baby Girl. Fifth is The Lakes. In sixth, we got Goose. In seventh, we got Lugnut. In eighth, we got Tom22. And in ninth, we got Evie.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are using your plays right, as you guys got to make sure you guys have them all used up by the end of this 11 minutes we have left.
We do have our top 10 from that last game of Lucky Sevens. And in 10th place, we got Mega Winner over at the Miltona Liquor Store with winning $42. Baby Girl over at VFW Dilworth took home $42. Table Buyer over at Corner Bar and Grill Winstead took home $42. Sachi over at the Depot Express took home $42. And then in 6th place, we got Troy over at Moen's Bar taking home $84. Taking home $105 in 5th place, we got D. Marie over at VFW East St. Cloud. $126 went out to the 4th place player, JLB over at Legacy Course and Crawguns. And in 3rd place, we got Spotlight over at the Riverside Inn in Hawley, taking home $168. And then $210 went out to IMAT over at the Old Northrop Bar. And in 1st place, taking home a whopping $420, we had Golf over at the House of Pizza in Sartell.
Oh, yeah, good job to all of our players in that game of Lucky Sevens. Definitely some awesome stuff there.
Yeah, but we're in this game of Fishing Derby, and you guys got just 9 minutes and 40 seconds to get all those plays in. We still see player in 1st place with about half of their plays left. Should be some really, really fun stuff. But as you guys are getting those plays done, we got some music history that happened on today.
Oh, yeah, and way back in, 1968, the Beatles' Hey Jude, backed with Revolution, hits #1 in America. It holds the top spot for 9 whole weeks, the longest of any Beatles single, which is saying something considering how many #1 hits they've had.
Yeah, I was surprised that this is the longest running #1 hit that they have.
Hey Jude, out of all of them, that one is actually very surprising. It's obviously nothing against Hey Jude, but
yeah, I would have just
not the one I expected to sit so high.
Exactly, because I expect like the party songs, the ones that get played at clubs, can get played at radio stations, can get played at your home. Like the ones that have that kind of versatility are the ones that hit #1 usually.
Like Hey Jude is like, that's like a cheer up song, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But it's a good one. So
it's an amazing song.
And I mean, there's so many really, really great ones that they made. But Hey Jude's definitely up there with one of their tops that they ever did.
Oh yeah.
What would you say would be the one that you would have expected to be #1 for the longest?
Let's see. I think it might have. I feel like it could have been. It could have been like Twist and Shout.
See, that was what I was looking at as well. Was I thought Twist and Shout would be the easiest one to last the longest at the #1 spot.
But like my favorite is Obla Di Obla Da. I like that one a lot. That one's really fun and like a tune. I could see how that one could possibly stay up there for that long. But I don't even think that made it ever to like #1.
Yeah, my favorite never was even one of the. It's like one of the lesser popular Beatles songs, and that's Rocky Raccoon. That's my favorite of the Beatles.
Oh yeah, and then my grandpa, he used to listen to I'm the Walrus a lot. So
that's great stuff. Yeah, I think Come Together would also be another one that I could see. Being #1 the longest.
Especially because it did get another resurgence after Aerosmith covered it.
Yeah, it definitely did. Definitely a cool day in history as Hey Jude, one of my favorite Beatles songs, came out. Hit #1 in America on today. But coming out on today in 1989, Jimmy Buffett publishes his first book, a collection of short stories called Tales of Margaritaville that blends truth and confabulation.
Oh, yeah, definitely some fun stuff there. I'm guessing it's just a bunch of, like, drinking stories. You know, like tales, you know.
That's what because it seems like a fun one. Jimmy Buffett, very interesting. an interesting character.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a collection of short stories.
Interesting.
Yeah, I want to see.
I know it showed that it had like 3 tales that were in it specifically, but I don't know exactly like what they were about because it was just very like vague titles of the tales.
Yeah, definitely some cool stuff. Yeah, Margaritaville may not appear on a map, but it does exist, at least in the brilliant, creative, sometimes slightly skewed imagination of Jimmy Buffett. Tales of Margaritaville is a collection of short stories, some purely fiction, some based in truth, so vivid, packed with restless dreamers, wild wanderers, and pure gypsy souls that just reading it is a wild adventure. Travel along with a cowboy named Tully Mars as he heads for Heartache, Wyoming to Graceland and relive the autobiographical odyssey of a third-generation sailor and first-rate musician outlaw with unforgettable stories that present a true roamer's twin loves, the sea and the road. Tales of Mardi Grasville is one smooth sailing book of infinite imagination.
Oh, that sounds like it'd be a fun read.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Like something to read on like a road trip or something.
Yeah, something when you're really bored, you're like, oh, what's something that I can read, but like put down every once in a while and kind of do
Yeah.
other things in between. Just I want to read a short story and then do something else. Read a short story and
Exactly.
do something else. That seems like a really fun one. That's what I would put as like, a toilet book.
Oh yeah.
You know, the one that you got the what are they called? Like just the random, just crazy
I think
books that you have.
I'm gonna put like Shel Silverstein next to my bath.
See, that's another one that works great for
yeah.
bathroom books that people can read while they're using your
Exactly.
toilet. That's awesome stuff. Well, happy Music Day in history, Jimmy Buffett, for publishing his first book, the short stories called Tales of Margaritaville.
Oh yeah. If you guys are getting a little sick of our regularly scheduled bingo, which I'm not sure why you guys would be, we have a ton of ETAB games you guys can check out. We're listening to a little bit of Going to Mexico right now. It's one of our favorite ETABs, and honestly, it's one of our favorite ETABs to have playing while we're going to the strip. It only makes it a little bit of a party. But if that isn't quite your theme, we do have over 70 different charitable ETAB games you guys can check out, each with their own theme. You guys can play in town to win huge prizes up to $1,500, and all these games have small bets between 50 cents and $5, and they all have awesome bonus and free play rounds that you guys can check out.
Oh, yeah, but you guys just have 3 minutes and 50 seconds to get the rest of those plays in. It looks like first place is out of plays. Viper 563 still has plays in 7th. Yak in 9th still has some plays left. Let's check out anybody in our top 5. Do they have plays? No, the entirety of our top 5 are out of plays, and we're just going to be seeing if other players can come up and catch up to some of these top-tier players. But speaking of top-tier players, our top-tier players in Lunchtime Bingo, right now it's Vikings Bingo, have all been getting added to this great top 10 list, earning a bunch of points and a bunch of cash on the way as well, and it's been super fun. So let's talk about this Twiking Zone.
Oh, yeah, kicking us off in 10th place, we have Putz, who's over at Lucky's Tavern with 56,000 points. 9th place, we got T-Bone over at Poppers with 85,000 points. In 8th place, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley with 95,000 points. 7th place is Tez over at Poppers with 101,000 points. In 6th place, we have Caribou over at Troll Stop Tavern with 119,000 points. 5th place is Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 165,000 points. With 175,000 points in 4th, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park. In a two-way tie in 2nd place, we got Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven, tying it up with Sinbob over at the Bedrock, and they're both tied with 189,000 points for now. And in 1st place, we got our 1st place player. It is Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley with 195,000 points. Definitely some awesome stuff there. But we might be seeing Nan catching up pretty soon.
Yeah, now I have a question for you. Which of these players do you think will get to the 200,000 point club first? Scrub Eye didn't get any wins today.
Nan.
You're going to say Nan's going to do it first?
Although we might be seeing Scrub Eye getting wins over the weekend.
I'm going to say the dark horse. Sinbad.
He got passed up, and he's not going to have it happen again.
No, he's going to try and get into first place. That's my prediction right there. Should be some super fun stuff, so definitely come out for our Vikings bingo from 12 all the way till 1. On to the location side of these standings in 10th place. Moving from unranked to this spot, we got Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, with 71,000 points. With 88,000 points in 9th place, we got Halfley's Bar in Richmond. 8th place, Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 107,000 points. With 111,000 points in 7th place, we got Miniger's Sports Hub in La Crescent. 6th place, it's VFW Blaine with 188,000 points. 5th place, we got Our Place on 3rd in Faribault with 208,000 points. Just recently getting into that 200,000 point club. With 278,000 points, trying to get into the 300,000 point club soon. In 4th place, we got Poppers in Virginia. 3rd place is Corky's Bar South Haven with 354,000 points. And closing in on the 400,000 point club, it's American Legion Fridley with 385,000 points. But doing so won't close them in on that first place location, as the first place location isn't in the 400,000 point club. They're in the 500,000 point club.
Animals.
And with 531,000 points, the reigning champions still sitting in first place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park.
Oh, yeah. Although I feel like, although Season 11 ended, I feel like even in the little gap, they were still there.
Yeah, they just kept on going. They're just dominant force that never stops.
They just keep going. You really have to admire it. You really do. You just sit back and you're like, wow, this is crazy. You look at that and think about that, all the locations staying in the top 10. You're like, man, they got players that are out here. They are committed. They're really trying to keep that location up
they
there.
definitely are, especially the locations that don't have a player in the top 10, and they're still in the top 10.
You just know that they have people showing up each and every day just
they got a bunch of people playing the pilot games, which is awesome stuff. We have hit zeros in this game of Fishing Derby, and we're waiting for that blue screen to announce our winner. We'll also announce if anybody won a jackpot like that $1,008 largemouth or that $163 smallmouth jackpot.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are getting ready, getting enrolled, and pressing play for this next game that's coming up. But there we go. We got Basie Blings over at Muddy Cow, Brooklyn Park, taking home $63. Good job to you, Basie Blings.
Yeah, and we're about to get into our final 2 games of this happy hour, and they're going to come to you really, really quickly as they're Wipeout Blackout. Ooh. They're very similar to Skull Bingo, and we got different prizes available in them, so definitely come out and try and win some great prizes as you're doing so. We got a little bit of Twins news to get into, and some current Twins news that we'd love to talk about as well, as they are currently playing, I think, right now. But just last night, we were able to get a win against the White Sox 4-0, as Matt Waller had a 2-run homer, and Bailey Ober had a career-high 10 strikeouts.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. And our Twins are playing again against those White Sox right now, and that game started at 6:40 for you guys. So it's been going for a little bit.
Yeah, and it's looking to be in our Twins' favor so far. We are up 5-3 against them, and if we get this win, we record-wise tie it up with the White Sox.
And actually, me and John were looking at what is the way that the Twins can get the wild card. The less than 1% chance that is there is all dependent on the Minnesota Twins beating out the White Sox, and the Rangers have to beat out the Mariners.
Wow.
And the Rangers just won against the Mariners 5-0.
Oh, this is exciting. That would be crazy.
I think they're winning in their game right now as well.
That would be absolutely insane. Well, hopefully we can secure this win. We're up by 2 right now, and we're at the bottom of the 6 with our Twins up to bat. So should be some exciting stuff. So pay attention, and also play the great E-Tab game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Twins for, called Twins Win. You guys can play wherever you're playing Pilot games at, and even check out the Home Run Derby bonus round, where if you pick out the right batter, you'll be taking home some really great prizes.
Oh, yeah, definitely one of our favorite E-Tabs that we have out there.
Oh, yeah. But we got 2 minutes and 50 seconds to get enrolled in this game of Wipeout Blackout. And as you guys are getting enrolled, we're going to get into some national days.
Oh, yeah, and starting us off, we actually have an international day with International Poke Day. No, International Poke Day is not a day to poke someone sitting next to you, and sadly, it is not a day about Pokemon. Instead, the day held every September 28th celebrates a Hawaiian dish called poke. By the way, it is pronounced poke.
Yeah, just to give you guys the correct pronunciation.
I always said pokey. but
I always said
like,
Pokey as well.
like Pokemon, and I'm glad to know that I always like learning the new pronunciation.
Yeah, it's Poke.
The proper pronunciations.
Yeah,
of
Poke.
words. Oh, yeah.
Have you ever had a Pokeball?
I have not actually.
Yeah, I've had one that had a deconstructed burger in it. And
I thought it was always just like
super
raw
tasty.
fish in the bowls.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have not technically been a poke dish, but they
Yeah.
called it a poke dish on it, and it was like a poke with a deconstructed burger inside of it
That
for
sounds
the
kinda
meat
good.
instead.
I was just never a big fan of like the raw fish.
Yeah, I can understand that
I
one.
don't know, just the concept of something being raw is just like.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of raw
Although,
fish
like,
either.
Although like having something medium rare or something like that, that's different.
You're
that's
like
a whole nother ballpark.
You're like that's not raw.
Oh, you could give me that steak
As
like,
long
with
as-
just the sear.
As long as the fish is charred on the outside, you'll eat
Oh
it.
yeah, probably. As long as it was like charcoal.
Yeah. Well, happy International Poke Day. Next up is World Rabies Day. On September 28th, World Rabies Day brings healthcare experts together to spread awareness about rabies. They also find ways to prevent and control the deadly disease.
Oh yeah, I'm very glad it's not like something we have to really like worry about too
Yes.
much nowadays. Like most people know it's like, hey, don't pick up like a raccoon or a skunk in the,
Yes.
especially not like during the daylight because skunks don't usually like wander around during the day.
Yes.
So it's like, no certain like, simple like behavioral things and it's like,
Yeah.
hey,
And it
if your
becomes a
animal's
lo-
acting like this, stay away.
Yeah, especially if you live out, which I know a lot of people out there in Minnesota live out in the woods, have a bunch
Yeah.
of nature right next to them. A lot of those things you probably should know a little bit about.
Yeah.
But I was talking with John about how there's no other like animal disease that's more cinemized than rabies.
No.
Like I see, they make it into a comedic bit all the time.
Oh yeah.
In it, and I will always remember the Little Giants. I think that's what it's called, where they throw the Alka-Seltzer tablets in their mouth while they're playing, and then they just look like they have rabies. I always thought it was a genius idea when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, I was like, man, that should have definitely worked. But yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But it looks like we just got a little bit of our fishing derby results.
Yeah, let's talk about that top 10 as well as I think
yeah.
we snuck out a jackpot on that one.
Oh yeah, kicking off our top 10 as these balls are dropping in 10th. We got Canes over at the Barrel House Bar and Cafe taking home $37. Also taking home $37. We got Yak over at Stanchion Bar. Anita over at M Dale's Watering Hole in 7th, taking home $37. In 7th place, we got Ferg 5530 over at the Signature Bar, taking home $37. 6th is Frenchie over at Bertram Caboose, taking home $37. 5th place, we got Tur over at Paradise Resort Bar and Grill, taking home $37. Taking home $50, we got 4th place Viper 563. In 3rd, we have Player over at Charlie Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $56. 2nd place is Player over at the Maple Tavern with $56 taken home. And in 1st place was Basie Blings over at Muddy Cow Brooklyn Park, taking home $63. And then that smallmouth jackpot went out to Joel over at Bertram Caboose, taking home $163. Good job to you, Joel.
Yeah, good job to all of our winners in that game of Fishing Derby, but also good job to Tem as well as JLB, splitting up that $25 Musco line prize as we're working on a $9,989 large frame. We got players already 5 balls away. We'll see if we can give it out. I think in 40...
If only that was $10 more.
Yeah, 43 balls or less, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it is a lot of, it could be a lot of 9s right there.
Oh, yeah.
Next up on our National Day list, though, we got National North Carolina Day. As we near to the last of the original 13 colonies, North Carolina Day recognizes the 12th state to join the Union.
Although, as John helped me learn, it was the first state to declare independence from Britain.
Ah, that's really big.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I guess North Carolina is also where the first person born in the U.S.
Yes.
from the colonies.
Yes, yeah.
Not like actually.
Yeah,
first born
first English person born in the U.S.
Yeah, which is very big. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
really, really cool stuff. We did click past both of our jackpots to a $40 Musco on that large frame and a $50 Musco on that coverall, and we got a double winner.
Oh, yeah, double winner with the double name. We got Bam Bam over at Stewart Religion Post taking home that $40 large frame and that $50 Musco coverall. Good job to Bam Bam, Tem, and JLB.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there as we're going to get enrolled into a game number 2 of Wipeout Blackout. Those jackpots still rolling and growing into this game number 2. And it will be your last opportunity of the week to take home those jackpots.
Oh, yeah, make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play because this is going to be a big one. But while you guys are doing that, we're going to cover another couple national days. And this one is a very, very important one. This one is national, and stay with me here, folks. National Drink Beer Day. National Drink Beer Day toasts the multi-elixir on September 28th annually. Just as Oktoberfest season comes to an end, the day reminds us to enjoy the world's most popular adult beverage. Yeah, top tier, and I'm glad it beats out wine. It really does.
Yes, it's so good. I mean, it's a drink enjoyed by so many. Now, what is your favorite beer to drink and why?
Budweiser, because I have never enjoyed wheat bread in a bottle so much.
That's
no,
fun.
but honestly, it's just I like it more than Bud Light, because Bud Light's a little too again, I'm not a big fan of light beers.
Yes.
Mostly, I'm not too huge on it. Although I understand cutting the calories and stuff. That's definitely something you should be doing. Stay away from the beer belly a little bit, but I don't know. I usually mostly enjoy Budweiser a lot.
Okay.
It's just always been there.
Yeah, I get that. I definitely.
It's an easy go-to. Oh, and Dale Earnhardt. Mm-hmm. Dale Earnhardt's a big reason for Budweiser.
I'm going to go with Blue Moon is my favorite to sip on. And I actually found out that was the third most popular beer in the U.S.
I guess that would make sense.
In this list, it had Guinness as number 1. Now, I'm thinking it's a list that, asked people their favorite, not went into account of, sales of, beer.
Oh, yeah, because sales, I know what's number 1.
Yeah, it's
number 1 is Busch Light. It has to be.
Yeah, it's
I see it everywhere.
It's either Busch, Coors, or Bud.
Yeah, it's one of the two, the big 3.
Yeah, those big 3. It's one of those that are definitely got the most sales.
Maybe even Yingling somehow. I don't know. They get a lot of sales.
You think so?
They might. They're pretty limited in their area they cover, so people will definitely go out of their way to order it.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree with that one. But we are just a few seconds till we get enrolled in this next game, and we got two more national days, and it's National Strawberry Cream Pie Day. Each year on September 26th, strawberry lovers get to enjoy their favorite fruit in the form of a pie on National Strawberry Cream Pie Day.
Definitely a very good one. I've actually never had one of those. And
I looked it up.
Good. It looked good.
Yeah, see how I would like it is get the strawberry flavoring, like the juice or whatever you would call it, mixed into the cream, and then get fresh cut strawberries to put on top of it.
I would even want some strawberry chunks mixed with the cream.
Oh, that looked good, but I would rather have it just on top.
Yeah, understandable.
Because I want to be able to grab those strawberries off the top and then dip it into the cream and eat it that way.
Oh, yeah. But here we go. We got CHC Gals over at Danny's Dugout taking home that $22 line prize. Good job to you.
Yeah, and we got one final national day to get into, and it's National Good Neighbor Day. National Good Neighbor Day on September 28th creates an opportunity for neighbors to get to know each other better. The day acknowledges and celebrates the importance of a good neighbor.
Oh, yeah, and maybe just do and think about it. The 2 national days that should be you should be celebrating in unison together is going to have to be Drink Beer Day and Good Neighbor Day.
Yeah, go bring a pack over to your neighbor
and that's how you become a good neighbor.
Exactly.
If one of my neighbors came over with a pack of Budweiser or any beer, because the best beer out there is free,
you'd be like, I like that.
I'd be like, nice. I am never going to call and complain about a noise complaint.
No.
Although I probably never would anyways.
Yeah. No, you're not like that.
No, I'm not, because I scream at my Xbox headset at 12 o'clock at night, and then I'm like, these walls are thin. I can hear my neighbors watch TV when I lay in bed.
Yeah, I get it. That's super funny stuff. But we do have that large frame clicking over to a $36 Musco, and that coverall, it's looking to be clicking past that last ball to try and give it out. Let's see. No, we are clicking past it to a Musco of $45. We'll see who can win it as we got a few players one ball away. But we got our large frame winner as Jenry S over at the All-Star Sports is taking home $36. But as you guys are finishing up these games, we got a great E-tab we need to highlight, and that's Bounty Hunter. It's coming out tomorrow, so make sure you guys are checking out those iPads. Collect up lucky horsers, try the Bonanza bonus, or even try your luck at the lucky door, picking the lucky door in the saloon door bonus.
Oh, yeah, but we got Flossie over at Moe's taking home that $45 must-go coverall prize. Good job to you, Flossie, Jenry S, and CHC Gals, taking home all those wins. Make sure you guys are remembering that whenever you guys are playing pilot games, your community wins.
See ya.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later. Smells like money. Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that. Smells like a big one. Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.